Same brand, same price, same 60 volt class, but one of them's got a bigger battery. One of them goes 5 miles per hour faster, and one of them is way more forgiving when you loop it while you're practicing your little stunts, my boys. Today we're gonna go over the Rizzler versus the RTR Lite, both of them from Electro Co. We're also gonna be going over why I'm selling my eRide 2.0, what kind of upgrades I'm gonna do to my RTR Lite, and why I'm starting a 3D print farm. So I have the RTR Lite here in my garage. Quick heads up, I don't have the Rizzler, or else you'd stand here with it. I might get it, don't know yet, but this is more so to do with actual use case. Not my opinion on which one's better. We kind of already have an idea on paper what they both look like. Actual use case, what you're gonna like about both these bikes, we're just gonna go over those today. So the Rizzler versus the RTR Lite. I mean, you already know most things about the RTR Lite. 14, 12-inch wheel. We got a 5,000 watt peak. We have a 60 volt, 20 amp hour battery. We got beautiful thick boy brakes with some nice reservoirs. It is built like a 110cc dirt bike. You know these things. So the Rizzler is just short wheelbase, 27 inches versus the RTR Lite's 30-inch seat height. Shorter geometry. It's designed a bit more to actually go flat-footed a bit easier. It's got peg mounts on the wheels. It's got a bar back here to help with more leverage while learning to wheelie. A bit more forgiving if you loop that bad boy versus a bike this high up. The wheels are smaller as well as the bike. Now, the Rizzler does have a 60 volt, 26 amp hour battery, so about a third more energy dense than this bike's battery is. And as well, goes about 5 miles per hour faster. The top speed's 50 miles per hour. So smaller wheelies, more forgiving when you hurt yourself, and 5 miles per hour faster with a bit more range than this bike. It is gonna weigh a little bit less as well, just because, like I said, shorter wheelbase, smaller bike. So I get it. On paper, Rizzler, 6 amp hour battery, more in the battery. It does get 5 miles per hour faster. So then at that point, you're kind of just like, well, we know which one's better, but they're both designed to be different bikes. So that's where the importance of the actual use case comes in. So if you're riding out in the parking lots, riding on the streets, just goofing around, having fun all day out there, then, or in Mexico, wherever it's legal and safe to do so, then the Rizzler is obviously the bike for you. But if you're doing things like I am, where you're chasing, you're chasing routes and getting stuck in ruts, then the RTR Lite is the bike that wins. Real quick, self-promo. Patreon, gonna have 3 tiers, $3, $7, $15. They're gonna have different set tier, extra advantages you get for being a part of it. It just helps support the channel. I know it sounds dumb, but if 1,000 people gave me $3 every month, then buying a bike or upgrading a bike crazily is very easy to do every single month. I'm still growing the channel, growing ways to sell things so I can make more money and do that, but this is a really easy way for you to help me. Thank you so much. Bye. So back to height and fit. The RTR Lite is 30-inch seat height, and the Rizzler is a 27-inch seat height, so it's a little bit shorter. One of them is a bit more forgiving to you falling, just because there is less ground clearance on the Rizzler versus on the actual RTR Lite. Now, I will say I would like to learn, if I was learning, on the Rizzler. That'd be fun to do. Now, if I'm riding on the trail or doing anything serious, I would prefer to have this bike every single day of the week. But I know a lot of people don't ride trails like I do as often, or have the ability to, because they have to drive the bike somewhere to go ride it. But the Rizzler itself can just go out on the street, be gone, back in that driveway, hidden in the garage. I mean, if you're just stock versus stock, the Rizzler is the obvious winner in this whole conversation. But both these bikes were designed with the intent to be upgraded with the 6+7 kit, the fucking 6.7. 13 kilowatt beast, either which way you go. So even then further specifies why it's important that you pick the proper use case for you. I want to put the 6.7 kit. I'm going to throw it up here, and the link's down in the description. Go ahead and grab that, get you an extra 5% off with code SPARK5. I want to throw that bad boy in here because both of them are upgradable to 72 volt, 45 amp hour battery. I know for sure the RTR Lite is. I'm sure the Rizzler is as well, especially since it takes the 6+7 kit. But 72 volt, 35 amp hour battery I'm going to throw in here in the future, as well as the high speed motor and the new controller, which will go back here as well. And I'm already hearing whispers that they're not done at 13 kilowatts either. So I might be saving up for this for a little bit and then, still end up doing the same thing, just going higher, 18 kilowatt, 20 kilowatt. Let's see what they have in the future, and I look forward to it. All right, so here's the God's honest truth of why I'm selling the E-Ride 2.0. I spent a lot of money on it than I shouldn't have. Boom, that's God's honest truth. I love the bike. It's sick as hell, and I'm not the biggest fan of selling it, but I need to. Also, with that being said, I mostly ride the RTR Lite. Although I love this thing's size, the amount of power it has, it's sick. I don't know why I have nothing to complain about it. I don't hate it. There's nothing wrong with it. The parts are readily available and cheap. I just like the RTR Lite more. I don't know. I can't tell you why. I just keep finding myself riding that bike more. And considering I pay as much as I did for that versus this, I think it's just smart to get rid of this bike and start upgrading the RTR Lite or looking at other big bikes, because there are other bikes with bigger motors, bigger batteries, more capable than the E-Ride 2.0. So it's no shade at the E-Ride. It's just, man, it's good. It has more power than the RTR Lite, but I still like that more. That just feels a bit more dangerous and crazy. Now, I do, once again, want to go back to a large bike again in the future. This is just a two-pronged thing. I ride that more, and I spent a lot of money on this one I probably shouldn't have. So I'm selling that. Now, just look at her. She's beautiful. I mean, I can't complain. Someone's coming by this week supposedly to get her. Hope that comes through. Your boy needs that moolah for Crimbus. But it also does open the path for more money for the upgrades for the RTR Lite. The 6.7 kit costs around $1860 to do that full upgrade. But for $1860 plus the 23, you're still saving money and get an extra kilowatt peak compared to the E-Ride 2.0. And selling this bike also opens up more room to put more time into just not only working on the RTR Lite in terms of upgrades, but also getting it powder coated, colored, things like that. I have a laser engraver. I'd love to put some kind of cool pattern across the paint, eat some of the paint up, but not all of it. That'd look sick. I'd also like to 3D print some parts for it. That'd be sick. Speaking of 3D printing, I am starting a new channel. It'll be down in the description. I'd really appreciate you going on over there. There won't be any video up. I don't know about currently. If I have time this week, I'll throw one up, but I don't know yet. a 3D printed kickstand, weight reduction, 3D printed head plate, 3D printed panels, things like that. It's just to goof around and see what I can do with them and how like cool, unique stuff I can make. I can put like dragon skin and shit on them. But we are gonna hop over here to look at that 3D printer real quick because it is beautiful. Here she is in all our beauty, guys. This is the AD5X. One of the first videos on the new channel will be a review of this. The goal will be to be making 3D printed parts for the dirt bike. Think custom chain guards, cable clips, GoPro mounts, battery spacers, controller brackets, switch panels, just stuff like that. And if you're into that nerdy side of keeping these bikes running and customized, that second channel is going to be for you. On top of that, it's going to be doing laser engraving and minor woodworking. So it's going to be a little bit of mix of everything and a lot of cool custom 3D prints. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.